Hello everyone, I'm Manna. This is Momo. There's a Mario on the floor here. Arya and Loki were in here, but they seem to have disappeared for now. So, when we last left off, we were still in Ashton's chapter, and we were at the bar getting our game plan in order, if I remember correctly. So yeah, let's just hop back in and see who else we can get killed. Or try not to get killed. We'll see what happens. And we'll go ahead and do our updates here. Oh, good. We went up with Zach. Good. All good things. After the argument at the park, Ashton took his friends someplace where they could rest. G welcomed them to his pub without question. While the others were sleeping, the detective and the bartender had a little chat about the past and what had changed over the years. Zachary's arrival interrupted Ashton's conversation with G. Left alone, the two attempted to mend things between them, only for things to almost turn sour after Ashton revealed his plans to return to the mansion. His friend eventually acquiesced after Ashton agreed to a time limit. All right. The sun hangs lower when I stumble back into consciousness and drag myself downstairs. Around this time, the patrons usually start to trickle into the main lounge until it reaches a peak around midnight. Today, however, it remains thin. But considering what day it isn't too worrisome for the kind of business G runs. Oh yeah, it's Halloween. He has always complained about the lack of a decent crowd on week start, although he doesn't really begrudge his customers for it. I mean, it's also a Monday. No one wants to start the week with a bad case of a hangover, after all. Even him. Which makes the concern look he gives me come off a bit too cold. With the kind of danger we're in, this swiftly puts me on edge, even before sleep completely fades from my mind.
Something wrong, G?
G hums, but there's an undertone of annoyance in it despite his casual and open movements. And only after he finishes wiping a tumbler and carefully settles it face down on the table does he give me an answer. The way he stares back at me honestly makes me squirm. It feels like I'm being stared down by my primary school teacher for sleeping in class again.
Nothing much. Monday's still a slow day for this place. But you might want to check on your friends, kid. Looks like one of them woke up on the wrong side of the bed while you were out.
Uh-oh. Another question forms in my head along with a small, confused frown. Though before a single syllable slips past my mouth, he gestures his head to the far side of the main lounge. Isabella has settled on one of the tables set in a corner, in deep thought with a scowl on her face. From the looks of it, it appears woke up on the wrong side of the bed is a complete understatement. Turns out sleep isn't just what some of us need. Even G appears to understand it. In spite of his efforts to look as unconcerned as possible, there's a tense set on his shoulders. A nervous edge lingers in his eyes as it occasionally flickers over Isabella. He doesn't want to deal with this, especially at the start of another busy week. Not that I know how. I don't even know what put her in such a bad mood. But the imploring gaze G directs at me leaves me with no other choice. It almost feels like he's guilting me into doing something about it. Sorry. I hate that it's working.
You know how I run this pub, kid. No fist fights, no cat fights, no people in sullen moods, only good booze, bad puns, and off-key singing.
Love a good bad pun.
Go fix it before it turns into something chaotic.
Well, hello, Arya. You have joined us. Thank you for bringing your cuteness to the party. It's probably not as if Isabella's already in that state, but I give him a nod nevertheless. Not as petty.
Sorry about this, G.
He hums something under his breath for an answer and waves me off, turning away and returning to his work without another word. Even with the lack of a sizable crowd, he likes to keep busy. We're the same in that regard. Can't remain still. Always has to stay moving, doing something, thinking, whatever keeps the brain at work. Y'all don't need to fucking call me out, okay? I leave him to it shortly after. Part of me wants to thank him for all the trouble he has taken for people he barely even knew. Once this is over, I should probably find some way. In the meantime, I have this immediate problem to fix. Gotta get to this before it turns into a shitstorm. There's a strange lull in this area of the pub. People continue to trickle out instead of in, and this time, only 2 tables remain occupied. Soon, these people too will be gone, and the whole place will be devoid of anyone. Frankly, its current state already lends the place an entirely different vibe. Along with the soothing strum of strings and the steady beat of drums playing overhead, there's a calming sense to this. A far cry from times I've been here before. And perhaps it's for this reason why Isabella has chosen this place to retreat. She sits quietly in the furthest corner of the room, in one of the tables set right beside the windows. She usually keeps the curtains closed around this hour, but a small portion of it has been pulled back, revealing the busy streets outside. The late afternoon light spills right through it, outlining her small form and pooling on the surface of the table, where both her arms rest. In her hands, she flips a piece of folded paper, turning it from one side to the other without any purpose. The letter. A small frown creases her forehead while she stares at it, yet there's something oddly tranquil in the picture she has unknowingly painted. Something I can't bring myself to disturb, if only for a few seconds. It's one of those moments again. The rare ones. The ones where she's too still, too quiet, a complete opposite of her usual self. But it's these that often leave a mark. Not her cheery disposition or her lively attitude. Hi, Loki. But these short, few seconds of wordless silence, when the softest sighs and the slightest movements sing louder. The smallest, minuscule things that tell you about the person and her strength more than any words can express. It's these that carve a vivid memory, no matter how brief it lasts. And it breaks soon enough, the second I pry the letter off her hands and flop down in the empty seat next to her. She glares at me, annoyed, and just like that, all of it melts away. Gone is the stillness, replaced quickly by the teasing and friendly jibes. Back again to what we're used to, what's easy, what's familiar, where every truth we hope to convey regrettably goes unsaid between us.
You're going to destroy an important piece of evidence if you keep doing that, Belle.
This time, however, no retort comes from her. Without the letter to glare daggers at, she turns on her hands, now clenched tight in front of her. She's far from angry. A bit upset, maybe? Who wouldn't be? This curse has already gone far too long. It's already taken someone we care about from us. Regardless, Isabella doesn't seem like she'll start shouting at me, at least compared to every other person I've aggravated, intentional or otherwise. Some light talk may just do the trick and coax her out of this mood.
Come on. If you keep staring at the table like that, you're going to bore a hole on it.
In it, but okay.
I really don't want to OG a new table. He'll pick the most expensive one and leave me begging on the streets.
She levels a quick glance at me, her expression dry and impassive enough to drain every color out of the room. Okay. My dyslexia, I swear. It's been bad recently. It's as if I've just told her a terrible joke, and she's expecting there'll be more of it. Really now. She needs to give me more credit than that. My jokes are funny when I want them to be.
And I really don't care. I'd even take pictures and post them online.
Ah!
Go away, Ash. I don't want to talk right now.
Yet it sounds half-hearted at best. Like what's happening has already sapped every bit of energy in her, and all that's left are the words. Pretty soon, those two will lose their meaning and leave a hollow shell in their wake. Already unusual to see her like this. Everything has already gone to shit. I'd like at least this one thing to stay normal. So, somehow we manage. We continue for the better half of the hour, talking, joking, with her short, feeble responses and banter that never goes anywhere. But it's enough. In the grand scheme of things, amidst the chaos and death shadowing over us, it's these little inconsequential moments that matter. It's her smile, her laughter, when it finally rings easy and free of her burdens.
Okay, I have another one.
I don't want to hear it, Ashton. Go away.
No, really, listen. I know someone who talks like an owl.
Will you leave me alone if I bite and ask who?
And then she frowns as realization dawns on her. Confusion flashes fleetingly across her face before eventually settling on a grimace.
Oh.
Suddenly, she hugs her arms closer to herself and looks away, perhaps in her best attempt to stay angry. To no avail. Where you going, Mari? Don't roll on the keyboard, please. In a matter of seconds, her shoulders shake with laughter she's trying to contain. Really? Are you comfy? Are you a happy boy? You're just a good boy. You're just a mama's boy, huh? Yes, you are. You're so cute. Let's face it, nobody comes to watch my videos for me. They come to watch for the cats. I'm okay with it.
You're awful and I really hate you. Just leave.
No, that's not what I was thinking at all. No. Come, stay. Stay for the kitties. They appreciate it. They have no idea you're here. It's contagious. Contagious for fucking hell. It's contagious, her mirth. Soon I'm joining her in it, briefly forgetting every problem that has piled up and continues to weigh us down. Laughing without reservation or care until only a familiar warmth lingers, once both our amusement ebbs away. Somehow with her, these things have always come easy.
Feeling better?
A little. You're still lame.
But you're laughing right now.
Only because your humor is terrible.
Right. Keep telling yourself that. I know it's funny. And you know what? If you've kept frowning like that, your face might have cracked. That would have been really messy and ugly.
If glares can kill, with the ones she sends my way, I'd probably be dead by now. Seeing it directed my way, it takes only a few seconds for me to realize how she might have also taken my statement. How wrong and rude it might have sounded in her ears, however unintentional it is. I've never been good with words, but that's never an acceptable excuse, is it? Suddenly, taking the brunt of her anger seems less complicated than correcting or explaining myself. Nevertheless, I try.
What? Crap. Damn it, that was so not what I meant. I was just saying you look better when you're smiling.
I like how they just ran that all together. Her glare doesn't even wane. In fact, I think it intensified, like the brewing storm. In the face of it, under the sharpness of her stare and her annoyance, I do what any person with a good sense of self-preservation does. Keep my mouth shut and shift my attention elsewhere. The crowd outside looks very interesting today. Maybe I should...
Thanks, Ash.
She utters all of it in a voice too small, too quiet. But when I turn to her, only those words, her gratitude, resonate throughout the whole room. Not the soft clinking of silverware somewhere, nor the last strains of music fading into the silence above us. Instead, it's the meaning behind her gaze as she holds mine that lingers. Steady, unflinching, and open, in the same way she looked at me all those years ago, with bright eyes and an expression softening into a tender smile. I didn't understand it then. How easy it is for her to wear her heart on her sleeve. How she never shies away from expressing herself, even among people she barely knows. How could she go through everything without losing herself? Now it's among the hundreds, thousands that hang unspoken between us. Trivial little things worth still too big to put into words. I skipped fucking words. Either because it's too early, or because there's never really a proper time. For now, though, this'll do. Until the moment itself dwindles. Until reality pulls us back in, reminding us of the things we've set aside in its favor.
What was that about earlier? You look like you're about to wage war on that letter.
Oh, it's nothing. You probably won't like it when you hear it.
So it's not nothing.
Maybe. You haven't said anything yet, so how am I supposed to decide how to react?
A small frown returns to her face. Although it lacks the same anger from just a few minutes ago, the bitterness stays. Now there's also uncertainty. It takes another minute until she speaks again. This time, she doesn't meet my eye.
I was just thinking, maybe we should go back to the mansion.
Blood freezes in my veins. Immediately, before I can even think further on what to say, my mouth's moving. A disapproval ready at the tip of my tongue.
Isabella, you know that's...
I know, Ash. I just thought we'd find something in there. That if I go back, we'll get the answers we need. I found the letter there, so maybe, right?
It's not that I don't agree with her. Hell, I've been considering the same thing. It's the only lead we have, after all. But it's not going to be a simple walk in the park. Who knows what we might find in there? If I bring her with me, I won't be able to guarantee her safety. She'll be in even greater danger. Hence, alone. Exactly as I have told Ash. Zach, sorry. My brain autopiloted on that last part. Okay. If there's a need to go back to that cursed place, I'm doing it on my own. Whether or not the rest of them agree with this plan is inconsequential. Their well-being is my top priority, and I'm not just about to drag them in there with me. So I'll tell her as much, despite the determination and desperation in her eyes. Anything to keep her safe. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure I said it's dangerous last time. So I will say I can't let you do that, even though it hurts me.
I can't let you do that, Belle.
Ash, the people living in that place now, they were with me during the open house. They have to know. They're in as much trouble as we are.
I know, but it's risky. It's dangerous. We don't know what you might find in there. Or if you'll even find anything. What if you see her again? What if she goes after you? What are you going to do? For all we know, it might be a dead end. It's not worth it to put yourself in harm's way like that.
She offers no response, not even a form of resistance, no further argument like I've come to expect from her. Uncharacteristic. Just a silence that stretches far too thin, till the air in the whole room goes wavy. In front of her, her hand still stays curled up, like it's holding on to everything she wishes to say but can't. I like to think that, yes, to some extent she understands, even if she does not entirely agree with me. The dilemma's clear in her. Otherwise, her scowl wouldn't have a deeper set to it. Her lips wouldn't be pressed in a thin line, or her hand would no longer be balled into fists. She would have pushed that argument if she doesn't, and I know she has no lack of things to say. Instead, she simply offers a nod, an acquiesce. And in a moment of boldness, perhaps insolence, I reach out for her, taking her clenched fists in mine and drawing them closer to me. She sucks in a breath, soft and sharp, but doesn't say anything, merely watching as both my hands cradle hers, cautious, mindful, as if it's the most precious thing I've held. Then again, maybe it is, along with everything I've yet to convey.
Stop that.
Stop what? Surprisingly, although the gesture has startled her, she yields, allows a touch that is far too familiar and more than what I'm willing to give most.
You're going to hurt yourself if you keep doing that.
Gently, I unfurl her fingers, flattening out each digit against my palms. Her nails have already created small dents on her skin, from how tightly she's held it closed. A little more and she would have drawn blood. Deep as it is, smoothing a thumb over the tiny marks does nothing. But it's a small gesture we both find comfort in amidst the chaos. And all at once, the tension lifts. Her expression softens, the lines of her shoulders ease, and it is only after her lips curve up in a faint smile that I let go, giving her hand one last squeeze before returning it to her. Part of me wants to tell her, admit that it's exactly what I'm planning tonight. What good will it do, though? I've already told Zach one person is enough. Hell, simply letting someone in on the plan makes me iffy. Broadening that circle and revealing too much would just cause another pointless concern. But someone has to be aware, at least of where I'm heading off to in case things don't pan out. Expect the worst, even if I only intend to do a quick survey of the place. In my own words, risky. Best that I simply leave it as is for now. Isabella doesn't need to be burdened with the worry my entire scheme entails. With a light, reassuring tap on her shoulder, I stand up. At the same time, footsteps shuffle from the pub's entrance, and cheerful chatter suddenly fills the room as a group of people enters. It's all the distraction I need. Muttering an excuse and flashing Isabella a quick smile, I beat a hasty exit out of the main lounge and leave her on her own, despite the troubled look she shoots me. Before Isabella can say what she's been mulling over. Before the last imploring glance she directs my way forces me to change my mind. It's another lasting image that firmly etches itself into my memory, one that spurs the conscience, among other things. I just hope I won't regret what I've chosen for myself tonight. Alright, I'm going to call it there since we're doing a scene change. I don't want these getting too long. I know I'm not making a ton of progress by keeping them short, but I can only do so much. My dyslexic ass gets more dyslexic the longer I try to read, I guess. It is what it is. I hope you all had a wonderful Valentine's Day weekend. For me, Valentine's Day has not happened yet, so I have no updates on how the subathon went. But, hey, you'll have already known the results if you were there. So, yay. Yeah. When we come back, we will continue Ashton's chapter and hopefully not get a bunch of people killed. Or maybe Luke. Maybe we can get Luke killed. I think I can live with that. Anywho, I will see you all later, and remember to do something nice for a stranger today. You just might save a life. Bye!